Hi everyone, I'm Jasmine Latendresse and I will present my colleagues and I collaborative work on the effectiveness of continuous integration at indicating single statement bugs. In software development, the earlier we detect a bug, the better it is, and continuous integration helps with that. CI allows to detect bugs as soon as they are introduced to the codebase, which later reduces the maintenance overhead. Since this mining challenge presented us with single statement bugs, we wanted to see how effective CI is at capturing them. So we asked the question, can CI capture single statement bugs? Throughout this presentation, I will be referring to single statement bugs as SStuBs. Since CI runs when the code is updated through commits, we tackle this question by looking at 240 commits from 14 projects that we selected from the dataset. Specifically, we look at two phases. First is the SSTub inducing commit to see if CI can capture the SSTubs early on. Second, we look at the pre-SSTub fix commit, that is, just before the SSTub is fixed, to see if the CI could not capture the bug early, was it the reason it was detected and fixed. We first wanted to see if SSTubs made the CI run a build. So from the 240 commits we have, we looked into how many SSTubs commits are part of a build. In the first phase, we found that only 64 out of 240 SSTubs inducing commits are part of a CI build. In the second phase, we found that 159 pre-SSTubs fix commits run a build. So now that we have an idea of the coverage of CI on SSTubs, we want to see how many were actually captured by the CI. For this, we want to know if the build ran, did it fail? And if it failed, was it because of an SSTub? If we can say yes to those two questions, we can conclude that the SSTubs were successfully captured by the CI. So back to our timeline. When looking at the first phase, when the SSTub is introduced, we found that there were only 5 CI failures, and upon manual inspections of those failures, we saw that none of them were actually caused by an SSTub. So now that we can say that CI was not effective at capturing those bugs early, we thought maybe CI helped capture the bug later and looked into the second phase. In this case, we found only 18 CI failures, and however, again, none of them were caused by an SSTub. With these results, we can say that CI was not effective at capturing SSTubs, not because it is a bad tool, but because in the first place, the CI coverage was very low. However, for the builds that did run on SSTubs commits, none of them captured a single statement bug, which further corroborates with our statement that CI may not be the right way to capture SSTub. If you'd like to know more about our methodology, I invite you to read our paper, and for any questions or comments, please do not hesitate to contact me. I'm Jasmine, and it would be a pleasure to answer your questions. Thank you.